Hi everyone, today I'm going to share my experience from my KonMari process. KonMari, still not sure which way to say it. I'm going to share my observations, basically like the things I found from going through the process and the benefits that I've noticed since completing it. The number one thing I would say is it takes much longer than you think it will, and to just be really mindful of that and really commit to that time and try to block out as much time as possible, whether it's a whole weekend. I was lucky enough that I took the majority of a week, didn't book any appointments, didn't really have much else to do in that week. It was a quieter month of work anyway, so that worked really well for me. But if you work full time, like just committing to a full weekend and doing as much as you can in that weekend. And she does recommend going through everything all at once. When I first read that, I thought, like, how can you live your life if you're doing it? Because it literally takes up so much time going through everything. But she basically means to just keep chipping away at it whenever you have a spare afternoon, or even just a couple hours if you get home from work. Like, I noticed a huge difference in how much I could get done in just a couple of hours. So it's definitely tiring. You will definitely need a good few breaks and some snacks and drinks and everything else, but it is so worth it. You just kind of have to commit to that time. One thing I would say is to get rid of distractions, because it's so difficult to know what to throw away if you have other people around, or if, you know, people are looking at the things that you're throwing away and giving their opinion to them, and it's completely up to you whether you want to hand off stuff at the end or give them to charity or sell them or whatever else you want to do with them. But it's important to do the process alone because it is your stuff. And you don't want to be keeping stuff for other people. You just want to really focus on the question, does it spark joy for you personally? And if you don't like it and you know you don't use it and you don't need it, then don't feel at all guilty for wanting to get rid of it. And my main observation was how much stuff we hold on to just in case. And just in case has never come and will never come. Now, of course, you have to be sensible, and there are definitely things that I would not recommend you get rid of. But when it comes to random items that you keep just in case you're going to find a use for them, or just in case you want to use them one day, or just in case you change your mind and decide that you like them, that day will never come. So just kind of, for me, accepting that, and accepting that I don't need 10,000 cardboard boxes, because if I wanted a cardboard box, I would only need one, and I would probably have one in use around the house anyway. So just accepting and letting go of all that random crap that you literally don't need and will never use was such a freeing experience, and has probably been the main change I've noticed in terms of how much calmer I am in my room and everything, which leads me on really nicely to the benefits. Of course, I feel calmer and my space just feels lighter and airier and fresher and tidier, and it's just such a nice feeling. It's such much more positive environment to be in, because when I'm in my room I am relaxing, I am switched off from my day, I am getting ready for bed, I am chilling. And when I'm in my office, I'm focused and I'm productive and I'm working, and I'm not stressing, looking around thinking, oh my god, this room is a mess, I need to tidy up. And if you go through the process properly and make sure everything has its place, then it is so much easier to tidy up if things do become a little bit messy. Usually I set aside, I either put stuff back immediately where they live, or I set aside like just 5 or 10 minutes in the evening just to make sure that things are put back neatly in their place. Not only is it quicker and easier to tidy, it's also halved the time that I take to actually clean my room, as in dust, wipe down the surfaces and hoover, because there is much less out on the surfaces. And then because nothing doesn't have a place or a home, nothing gets misplaced. So everything is in its home, and if I'm looking for something, I know exactly where it's going to be. And if it's not there, it is probably out in view anyway. That obviously saves so much time running around looking for lost things. If you just scatter things throughout your house, it makes me really happy thinking about all the time that I've saved in terms of how much quicker it is to tidy and clean, and I don't lose anything. And I just could not recommend doing this more. And yes, it is difficult, I'm not gonna lie, it takes a lot of time. My advice for like getting through it and enjoying it, obviously I've already said, make sure you have some drinks and snacks, small little breaks throughout the day, because it is actually, I'm sure you know, if you clean a lot, it's physically exhausting as well as like mentally exhausting, because you're processing all this stuff that you have, and that's stressful in itself. But then when you're making like emotional decisions on personal items and things, it's just exhausting. And just make sure you take some good breaks. Instrumental music to listen to is really great, because it just is something in the background and just really helped me stay calm and be focused, and makes it more enjoyable. So whatever your favourite like instrumental type music is, whether it's classical, more like techno, like electrical, like more upbeat stuff. I listened to this playlist on Spotify actually. I did mine in January. It was called like detox playlist or something, because everyone is obsessed with detox in January, but I was technically like detoxing my space and my personal belongings. One lovely person in the comment section of my last one suggested like a 6-month update video, and that is such a great idea. So I'm actually going to put that in my content calendar to film for you in 6 months, and that will be really fun and interesting for me to do as well. Are you still noticing the benefits? Have you like regressed? Is your space still as tidy? If this is like a long-term thing and actually does have the long-term life-changing effect that she claims it will. So I hope it will. I hope my space won't be like, look like shit in 6 months, but we'll see. It'll be fun to share the journey with you guys. Check back every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday for a new lifestyle video. I try to upload around 6 PM GMT, so if you're in the UK, about 6 PM. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you're new and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!